Are you happy? Do you want to be happy? There are some things you can use at home to make you happy. Oh yeah, I'm going to tell you about those. And we're going to also talk about home detox. What does that mean? I know most people have heard of detoxing outside of the home, but what can we do in our home for detoxing? Let's talk about some of those chemicals that are in your home or maybe in your home that you need to detox from. And then we'll all be happy because we will have the knowledge we need to make some changes. All right, we're going to get started here. So, this home detox, this swapping out stuff was a bit of a process for me. So I learned about essential oils about 15 years ago, and even then I really didn't understand a lot about the detoxing that needed to happen in my home. So my name is Erica Knoll, and I love being healthy. I love the health, the vibrant health that I have now that I didn't have before. And part of that has come because of the things that I have swapped out of my home. And please let me know in the comments if you have questions or other things that I can help you with. We are going to see if we can get your family headed in the right direction. So why? Why do we want to live a healthy lifestyle? Why do we want to live chemical free? We pay so much attention to what goes in our mouths that sometimes we don't really pay attention to what we put on our skin or what we breathe, and it makes a big difference. Did you know that your skin is the largest organ on your body? Largest. And it absorbs everything it comes in contact with. Everything that you put on your skin, even a little bit or a lot, gets absorbed into your skin. Your skin isn't a coat of armor. It does protect your body from some things, but it's a very thin organ, and it's delicate, and it can't protect itself against toxic chemicals that mimic estrogens and take away some of our good health. So we want our home to be free, right? Free of pests, free of germs. How do we do that while also being free of chemicals? Household chemicals that are used and sold in most stores today have very serious health risks. And many of the ingredients in these products are really harmful to our health. And the problem is that many of the consumers aren't aware of these hidden dangers because there aren't labels. There are not labels that educate us what these ingredients are in the first place. And then there aren't very many places that we can educate ourselves as to what those ingredients do to our bodies and what are some safe alternatives. So I have to warn you, there are some slides here that might make you mad. So in fact, it really made me mad. Why? Why is this the truth? So most people assume that the government oversees the multi-million-dollar household cleaning product industry. But the reality is it's largely unregulated. According to the EPA, of the nearly 3,000 top-selling chemicals in the U.S., only 7% have a full set of basic toxicity information. For the most part, the EPA simply relies on voluntary testing agreements with major manufacturers. The European government has banned 1,222 times as many chemicals as the U.S. And under the Federal Hazardous Substances Act, household cleaners are the only household products that are manufactured that do not require their products to be labeled. And the power of large companies' well-funded government lobbying efforts have allowed them to avoid legislation, and they can hide behind the principle of trade secrets. So without full disclosure of what's actually in these products, consumers like us unknowingly expose ourselves and our families to unhealthy chemicals. The Natural Resources Defense Council recently tested 14 air fresheners and found that 12 contained phthalates, and none of the products listed this on their label. Again, this is why it's so important for consumers to educate themselves. So you've all been to the grocery store, Target, Walmart, wherever you shop, and you head down the cleaning aisle. Have you noticed that there are some cleaning products that are labeled green or natural? You're thinking, right? And this was my first step. That is what I started to purchase when I started thinking a little more healthy. And unfortunately, what I've found is that the industry has caught on to the fact that people are not wanting unhealthy things, that they're wanting changes to be made, and the industry has responded with full force with product lines claiming to be green and natural. Many are labeled this way simply for marketing reasons. The same way all of the bad stuff for you is on the bottom two shelves where the kids can reach them. And they charge 20 to 30% more for these products. They usually contain the same exact amount of chemicals. The misleading practice is called greenwashing, marketing to make these products appear healthy. And for example, arsenic and formaldehyde, mercury, uranium, they're all naturally occurring, but they are poisonous. Naturally occurring does not mean non-toxic for your health. So anyone can see and immediately think when they see these ingredients in here, do you even know what those are? Do you know what they mean? So these ingredients, alcohol, DEA, MEA, TEA, FD&C, color and pigment, fragrances, heavy metals, parabens, PEG, phthalates, SLS, which is sodium lauryl sulfate, sunscreen chemicals, triclosan. These things are lurking in our products. Many of the times they are not labeled that they are in there. Sometimes even when they are, we don't even know what they are or what they do. Why do we put up with this? So who knows what some of the toxins we're regularly exposed to through our cleaning and personal care products. We're going to go through a few of the big ones right now. This is not a complete list. Sadly, there are many others out there. This is simply a starting point to make you aware that what these chemicals are and also what they can do to our health. So alcohol. Mouthwash products use an alcohol content of over 25%, and that is linked to cancer of the mouth, tongue, and throat. Have you looked at your mouthwash lately? Okay, there is ongoing debate about the effects of synthetic FD&C colors on children's behaviors. Studies have found that mixtures of synthetic colorings and the preservative sodium benzoate were associated with hyperactivity. The European Food Safety Authority concluded that synthetic coloring mixtures may have a small and statistically significant effect on activity and attention in children, and that this effect may be an issue for certain sensitive individuals. Other studies have not found an association between hyperactivity and synthetic food coloring. Avoiding artificial colors such as caramel 3 and 4 can be difficult. Current regulation allows food manufacturers to simply print artificial color in the product label if the ingredient is on an FDA-approved list, but consumers can easily avoid the synthetic colors on the FDA's separate FD&C certified list because they must be shown on the label with their full or abbreviated names such as FD&C Yellow 5 or Red 5. I'm sorry, I missed that. So, there are some things that you can avoid, but other things that you may not be able to avoid because you don't know what it is. So fragrances. Fragrance is basically a secret mixture of chemicals. Companies are not required to list these chemicals on product labels. Toluene, which is in fragrances, is a known neurotoxin that causes loss of muscle control, brain damage, headaches, memory loss, plus speech, hearing, and vision problems. That's a great stuff, huh?